am back. So the other day I said I was going to share my macaroni and cheese recipe. So I just cook regular macaroni noodles. While that is cooking, I take bricks of cheese, okay? They are Monterey Jack, I think it's called, Colby, and either mild or sharp cheddar. They have to be bricks, okay? Do not buy shredded cheese. It does not work. My sister-in-laws, I gave them this recipe, and they come to me and they're like, yeah, it wasn't as good. I said, did you cut up the cheese? Oh, no, I used shredded to save time. You can't take shortcuts if you want things to taste good. And it's like, that's why you have to take the time to cut the cheese up. It's not that big of a deal. So anyway, cut the cheese up, okay? So I cut it up in pieces like that. Nothing small, nothing fancy. I don't measure them, okay? It's real quick. Cut them up. So take a 9 by 13 dish, right? The cheese is going to be about a third of the pan is going to be cheese along the bottom. When the noodles are done, drain those real good. Pour them over top of the hot noodles. The cheese isn't gonna completely melt, okay? It's gonna like start to melt a little bit. Stir it around. When you cook it, it's going to melt a little bit more, but there's still gonna be like big chunks of cheese. I pour milk in. Again, I can't tell you how much. Maybe I just take the jug. I don't even take a measuring cup and start pouring it. I separate the noodles so that the milk can kind of spread through. Once I know I have enough milk is how I spread the noodles apart. When you see the milk kind of going together, that's when you know it's like enough. Not an exact science. So anyway, put that in the oven, 350, probably about 15 minutes. And then I always check, and if the noodles are getting like too crispy, too like hard on the top, I put a piece of foil over it, another 5-10 minutes, just until like most of the milk is kind of absorbed. Separate the noodles. If the milk is mostly absorbed, then it's done. Not an exact science. And then if there is still a lot of milk, it'll absorb, it'll finish like when it sits on the counter. So anyway, another thing that I do, I think I'm going to actually make this today because I got myself so hungry for it. It sounded so good. I take either kielbasa or hot dogs. Yes, this is not an extremely healthy recipe, but you know what? You got to enjoy life. You got to eat things that taste good. You can't only eat like healthy stuff all the time. So I take kielbasa or hot dogs and I slice them up and I lay them on top and cook before I cook it. Bake it like that. It is so good. I'm serious. So good. So worth the unhealthiness, okay? So anyway, that's my recipe. One of my germ avoidance things I was going to talk about in a restaurant, okay? It is so hard for me to even eat out at a restaurant because they aren't as clean as my kitchen. They don't do things like I do. I keep my kitchen completely disinfected all the time, sanitized. When I cook, I don't cross-contaminate. I keep meat really, nothing touches meat, the vegetables, whatever. There's no cross-contamination. I'm very careful when I cook. And I know they're not that picky at restaurants. So anyway, when we go and, my little kids, I don't do this to my older kids because they freak, they get mad. But my little guy, the table comes to like, his chest. So his head is so close to the table. So I'll take a wipe and wipe the table off in front of him, maybe that edge right in front of him, because it's so dirty. I have watched, okay, the people cleaning up the tables, busboys, can think of the word, they'll spray the table. First of all, they're next to me spraying that. I can't even smell a chemical. So I feel like most of that bottle is water, which is not strong enough. I have to smell the chemical to know it's killing germs, okay? So when I use stuff, I gotta smell the chemical. So anyway, they're spraying that stuff, okay? Then they take their rag, they wipe the table, and I've seen them do this. If there's crumbs and food on the seat, they will then use that same rag to wipe the seat off. And then take that same rag to the next table and wipe the table with the rag they just touched where people sit. That's disgusting, okay? So I wipe the table in front of my little guy. I wipe it in front of myself a lot of times because they're just not clean enough, okay? My other thing, menus are disgusting. So as soon as I touch a menu, I'm going to hand sanitize, clean my hands, scrub them, okay? Salt and pepper shakers, absolutely disgusting. Okay, this is a known fact, okay? I just read it a couple months ago, and I think it was in Reader's Digest, which is facts, okay? They don't make their stuff up. They said that the pepper container shaker in a restaurant is as dirty as the toilet seat. dirtier than the toilet seat because the restaurants clean their bathrooms and their toilets. They do not clean the pepper shaker. And whatever pepper is made of, it's the perfect combination, whatever, to harbor and for the growth of bacteria in E. coli. For it's a perfect setup that stuff thrives and grows. So people come back from the bathroom with unwashed hands, touching that pepper shaker, putting bacteria, E. coli, on it, and it's the perfect setup and combination for it to grow. Okay. If after hearing that doesn't make you never touch pepper again, I don't know what would. Okay? That's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I don't use them anyway. After hearing that, though, that's disgusting. Ketchup. If I have to touch the ketchup bottle for my little boy, I either have a wipe on my hand holding it or I clean my hand as soon as I touch that because it's disgusting. Everybody touches it. Hands are disgusting, okay? Oh. So, anyway, buffets. I will not eat at a buffet restaurant. That is so disgusting. To me, it's like a hog trough. Okay, you gotta think about this. People walking up, talking, breathing over the food. Everybody spits when they talk. It's a known fact. You can't help it. It's just normal. Okay, so people are talking and breathing and spitting over the food that you're going to come up and get. Okay, everybody's using the same serving spoon with their dirty hands. Okay, then you walk up and you pick up these serving spoons and serve yourself food. It is seriously disgusting. Okay, then when you see little kids, because parents don't have the concept to serve their kids and not let their kids get their own food, don't know why they don't have that concept. But anyway, little kids are up there breathing over, and their heads real close to the level of food, breathing, talking, touching the utensils, and little kids' hands are disgusting too. Okay, this stuff is, and then they go and they sit down, and you know that if they don't find it gross to eat at a buffet, they probably don't think they need to wash their hands off before they eat. Okay, because it's kind of like you would kind of think, oh, maybe to clean your hands. Most of them don't. Okay, most people don't even clean their hands in a restaurant. I watch, believe me. As a germ freak, I notice who's washing their hands and who's not, or cleaning, disinfecting their hands. So anyway, salad bars in a grocery store. Oh my gosh, that stuff's been sitting there for hours. You can't go up and touch that stuff. And people have been walking by it in grocery stores, coughing, sneezing, talking, germs, dust flying in the air. And that stuff's not even covered. I literally can't believe it's not against the law to have that stuff out there. That somewhere along the way, the restaurant or the grocery store managers haven't thought, you know what, wow, this is disgusting. I can't believe we do this. We need to stop. I can't believe it, to be totally honest. And when I see people up there getting salad and soup, and I just want to go up and tap them on the shoulder and explain how disgusting this is, but I don't. But I just can't believe it. So anyway, I stay away from those things. If I go to a restaurant, which I've been to, there's chain restaurants that you order on the menu, but they have a salad bar, okay? I don't even order a salad in the restaurant because I am afraid the waitress is going to make my salad off the salad bar and hand it to me. My husband claims they don't do that. He claims that they would make it in the kitchen. But because I don't trust the fact that the waitress would make it off the salad bar and I'm not touching the salad bar, I don't even order a salad, okay? Those are just things. Those are gross things. I told you, I wipe my silverware off, okay? Because even though it goes through a dishwasher, I found food crusted on my silverware. And plus, just the thought that other strangers have used that silverware that you're going to use is overwhelming to me. I can't even handle it. This is totally serious. The last 2 weeks, I'm not making this up, in the last week, I've gone out to eat twice for lunch with my mom and then a friend. And we went to a place that you could either get it to go or to eat there. Well, if you ate it there, they'd give you, like a glass plate, the metal silverware. But if you got it to go and then you just sat outside to eat, you had like the disposable bowl and the plastic silverware. So each time I've gotten it to go because now I don't have to use the glass bowls and plates and silverware that they're going to wash. I get to use disposable stuff. And to be totally honest, because they might have put that silverware in my bag to go, or I have to walk up and touch the plastic silverware in the containers that other people grab it. I have even been wiping off my plastic silverware with a wipe because other people's hands have bumped it or touched it. Okay? Like all of this stuff, I'm telling you, I know I do things way above the norm, but it's because I literally can see germs. I'm telling you, I see them, I know where they are. My brain automatically, if my hand touches something in public or someone touches my hand, instantly my brain is like, okay, that hand is dirty, that hand is dirty. Like, and my brain won't shut off saying my hand is dirty until I clean that hand with hand sanitizer or a wipe. Like, that is just how my brain works. So I am always, always looking around in public, thinking ahead of like ways that I can avoid things. Getting that food to go was a total way to avoid using those plates that as I'm eating off of them, I'm thinking, this is disgusting. It makes my meal more enjoyable if I'm eating off of paper, a disposable bowl. I know, I'm extreme. But I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you have a good day. Be kind and be clean. Bye-bye.